Hey guys, welcome back. So today you guys are going to be doing this look with me. It's just a very smoky brown eye, and I didn't use liner on the top. I used liner on the bottom and really smudged it out. So I like the way it turned out. And then we did a really heavy contour today, and just kept the lips a little neutral but still with a pop of color. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys have any questions or requests, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. I'm going to start off by using my Touche Éclat Blur Perfector by YSL, and this stuff comes with a sponge, but I've recently learned that it's best to use it with your hands. The sponge doesn't give you the same effect. I don't know what it is about it, but I actually tested it out, and with the sponge, I wasn't a fan of this product. I didn't see the purpose of it, and then when I started using my hands with it, it totally blurs. My pores around my nose here have gotten bigger, so I find that you can definitely see it when I wear foundation. So I'm just taking a little bit of that and just rubbing that into those corners. Okay. I am going to prime my eyes. I'm going to be using the Kat Von D, what is this called? Corrector eye primer or something like that. Kat Von D color correcting eyeshadow primer. It's a stick, and I really like it, and at the same time I don't like it. And the reason for me not liking it is because it does not blend smoothly. Like, you'll see texture and that where you drag it, you can just kind of see it. It's not even. Like, I'll let you guys take a look. But when you put your eyeshadow over it, you don't see it. I don't know if you guys can see. It just doesn't look smooth. The other thing about this product is that it's not really creamy, which isn't a bad thing, but it's a little hard on the eyes. When I saw it at Sephora for the first time, I thought it was going to be like a concealer pencil or a corrector pencil, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then I saw there was an actual eyeshadow primer. But again, it is a good primer. It's just, it doesn't look smooth. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do today. I'm going to be using my Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and I am going to be taking this glittery dark shade right there. I'm going to use that on the top lash line, but I'm actually going to be using this Marc Jacobs Twinkle Pop color eyeshadow stick. Good Lord, I can't talk. I'm tired, guys. And I'm going to use it as my base so it's extra sparkly. And I'm just going to blend that out with my fingers. So I'm going to take a MAC 239 brush, which is just a flat shader brush, and I'm dipping into that brown shade. And I'm just going to place that right onto the lid. I'm pushing the color and then dragging it outwards. And I'm using the color dry. You can use these wet. I'm just choosing to use it dry today. And I'm using the edge of the brush just to really carve out my crease or my lid. I can't talk today. I'm really tired. Okay, so now taking a fluffy brush, I'm going to take this taupey brown shade, and it's part of the matte section, and I'm just going to blend that into the crease with a fluffy brush. Jack, stop. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with that same glittery shade, and I'm just going to kind of touch it up a little bit. Whenever we blend, we lose some of the intensity of the color, so I just really want to make sure that that brown is really vivid and not washed out. So I'm going to go back in with that same matte shade, and I'm just going to place that right above where I put that brown color again. And again, we're just buffing the edges out so it looks smooth. That's what it looks like so far. So somehow I changed the settings on my camera. And I don't know, when I look at the viewfinder, it looks kind of weird. I don't know how it's going to look on camera, but if it's an issue, just know that I'm working on it. So now we're going to do the other eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take this creamy color there, and I'm going to place that right under the lid. I'm sorry, right under my brow, just to kind of add a pop. And as you guys can tell, you don't have to be like really precise with this color clearly. I'm going to go back into this shade here, and I'm going to just kind of add that right above the crease, just so that way when you open your eyes, or when I open my eyes, I can see the color. Like, see? There's people that really like to keep their color under their crease, which is fine, but adding a little bit of something slightly higher than your crease would just kind of really make your eyeshadow pop and stand out. You don't have to do it. It's all preference, but I like to do it. So I'm going to take a black liner. This one's by Marc Jacobs. And I'm just going to apply that to my lower lash line. We're basically going to smudge it out. These pencils are so creamy. They're really nice. Okay, so I'm going to take this dark matte shadow, and I'm using a MAC 228, which is a really tiny brush. And I'm going to use that to smudge that dark brown under my eyes. Alright guys, so it looks a little crazy right now, but we're going to clean it up a little bit, and then we'll touch up as we need. Now we're going to just start working on our foundation because this looks gray. So I'm going to be using my Sephora correctors. This is the color Melon, and it's a deeper shade. And then you guys know I'm gonna mix it with my peach. So whenever you're doing a really smoky look, I'm gonna be using my MAC Oval 6 brush. You wanna make sure that you're really concealing the darkness under your eyes. In my case, because I am slightly darker, I'm gonna use my fingers now, I have to correct. So if you have a lot of darkness under your eyes and after you apply concealer, you feel like your concealer looks gray, or you could still see some darkness under your eyes, you definitely need a corrector. So not everyone needs a corrector, but typically women of color or women who are very olive in their skin tone need correction. So I'm just taking my brush again and I'm just lightly buffing that out just to make sure that it's really blended. All right, dudes. So as you guys can see, it looks a little bit more even. I'm also going to be taking those same correctors and going around my mouth because I am a little bit dark there. Okay. And again, I'm just buffing with my brush. All right, guys, it's foundation time. So I'm going to be using my YSL Touche Eclat Le Teint Radiance Awakening Foundation. As I've mentioned before, I love this foundation, but if you're going to be wearing your makeup for a really long time, meaning more than 7 to 9 hours, then this foundation, unless you're dry, but I'm a dry combination, it won't last that long. But it's so pretty. Just for an everyday wear, I guess, or like a special occasion where you're not going to be wearing your makeup like 14 hours like I have sometimes. Sometimes. It happens more often than not. But when you're going to be wearing your makeup for over 10 hours, I would say this is probably not an option for you. So just to kind of spice up my eye look a little bit, I feel like I need something. I'm going to take my 221 by MAC and I'm going to take a little bit of that black color and I'm just going to pop that into the crease. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, I need something else. All right, and I'm just going to blend that out. That looks so much better. And then we'll do the same thing to the other eye. Okay, so I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera just because you guys have seen me do it a million times and nothing has changed. But I need to throw some eyebrows on just so I can kind of see where else I need to add some little minor touches. Okay, so for my concealer, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear in NC30. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this guy, just pop it under my eyes. Again, when you're doing a smoky eye, which this is what this is, it's a little bit darker, you want to make sure that you're really brightening up that under eye area, or you will look, especially when you go a little heavier and smoky on the lower lash line, it'll look a little darker and gray. So you want to make sure that we're concealing. I'm going to take this and just kind of pop it around my nose because we tend to get a little red there. And then whatever's left over, I always like to just kind of pop on my chin. Okay, so now that we look a little bit crazy, I'm just going to start blending this out with my brush. And then also I'm seeing and I'm like, we can blend a little bit more around the jawline. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my beauty blender for that because I don't want to use my brush. So the beauty blender is nice. I've always liked the beauty blender. I really love it. And like always, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And where is, I like using this MAC 133 brush actually. I've started using it and you guys will see. Okay, so for my cheeks, I'm going to be using my NARS Laguna bronzer. This is actually Laguna, Tahiti Bronzer Laguna. So this is pretty cool because, let me show you guys this bronzer. It's huge. And it comes with a little Ita brush, so it's exactly what I'm going to use. Already looks sculpted. You guys can already see the difference in my face. Chiseled, round. I'm just gonna build this up a little bit more on the outside of the cheek. And then again with my foundation brush, I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit and buff it out. But already, I'm gonna hit my jawline too. Like, check that out. It's so good. We're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna use my mirror so that way you guys can see. Okay guys, so that is my contour for today. For my highlight, I'm going to be using this Hourglass Euphoric Strobe Light. Let me show you guys what it looks like. It's the peachy one, and I'm going to be using their sponge. And then with the flat side, I'm just going to pounce this around, and this is going to help blend it out. I'm not adding any more product. I'm literally just buffing it out so it looks a little bit smoother. Did you guys see how crazy my contour is? Look at that. We're going a little intense today. For my blush, I'm going to be using NARS Lovejoy. Can you guys see that highlight? It's a good one. So I'm going to go back into my eyeshadow palette with that same 228, and I'm going to take that dark brown and I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line again. Just because we lost some of the intensity when I did my concealer. And as you guys can see, the outside of my eye, the liner or the shadow is a little bit smokier than the inner part. So we kind of go, kind of like you do your wing liner where it's like thicker on the outside and then thinner on the inside. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to do my mascara off camera because, again, it's something that you guys have seen me do 1,000,000,000 times. So I'll be right back. Okay, so for my lips, I'm going to be using Makeup Forever 3C and Bite Beauty's Chai Lipstick. I love this combination. Wait till you see it. Okay, so that's just the liner. Now we're going to throw some chai on top of it. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys have any requests, questions, anything. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.